Sing it with me. One life, one love, one hope.
Since 2012, the Internal HIV Education Committee of the Barbados Government Information Service has hosted Love, Poetry and Song, a benefit concert in support of the HIV Food Bank and to raise awareness about HIV. To date, the show has raised over $65,000 as well as food and personal care items. This year, we will also be assisting the Family Care Support Group. The 4th annual benefit concert will be held on Valentine's night here at the beautiful Charles Fort, Hilton, Barbados. And it will again be more than a show.
Love, Poetry and Song continues to bring HIV to the fore during the month of February, when traditionally the buzzword is Valentines. The Barbados Government Information Service's staging of Love, Poetry and Song reiterates their vision to be the communication hub of the government, an agency which drives national development in ways that make the business of government meaningful to its citizens.
It's about time that I'm given the respect that I'm due. Not from my family, not from my friends, and my friends not even from you. Because self-respect is the only respect that I can reasonably expect to be guaranteed to. How many eyes will see the greatness in me? Well, I can only guarantee two. So when I look myself in the mirror, I tell myself, self, nah, I tell myself, self, mine eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the greatness in you. Don't mind the lateness in you and how it long overdue. Now is the time to live your life and do the things you've always wanted to. And you know you want it to, but the fear been haunting you. But you got greatness locked up inside, man. Open it in and on it do. And get on the move, on the loose. New and improved with a new attitude, man. I just can't lose.
One life, one love, one hope. One life, one love, one hope. Oh. Sing it with me. One life, one love, one hope.
You should know it, come
yeah,
and
one
sing
life,
it.
one love, one hope.
I was so vexed, my mind, the veins in my neck was pumping blood harder than my brains could collect. But I had to stop and collect myself, train, and just check myself. My brethren tell me plain, look, respect her, respect yourself.
Dot your I's and cross your T's. Don't dot her I's, don't cross her T's. Her body's not your property. Make one hope your philosophy. Any problems you can talk to me. Just trot your road responsibly. Love conquers animosity. Live up and let your motto be.
An increase in referrals and donations for some reason made a dip. So you could imagine when things like that happen, how it can be very challenging. However, we were still able to, as what little we had, we were still able to supply our increasing population there at the food bank. And I always like to make a point that because it's increasing doesn't necessarily mean new diagnosis, but it sometimes mean that individuals that were managing before are falling into difficult times. For us, it helps to publicize, it gives us a platform to come out and remind individuals and the general public of what we do there at the food bank and why we do it. And to this day, we still need to continue to push the message, especially of stigma and discrimination. Only yesterday, I was speaking to a new client that referred to us, and she is being referred because she's out of a job. And she's out of a job because of stigma and discrimination. She's been told, unfortunately, she won't be able to work where she's been working now that they found out that she's HIV positive. And this story is just one of many. And she has a child to feed, and she was very distraught. So I said all that to say that events like this is making a huge difference in individuals' lives. I see it every day. I see the gratitude that our clients show us. And I always say there's no small donation. There's only efforts in helping to remove the stigma and discrimination that is sadly still attached to this disease in 2014.
You've got the words to change a nation, but you're biting your tongue. Spent her lifetime stuck in silence, afraid you'll say something wrong. If no one ever hears it, how they gonna learn your song?
my life has a bigger purpose, and it's not only sometimes living for yourself, but helping others. And I think GIS and Love Poetry and Song, this whole movement has helped me to understand that, and to understand there are people that are probably in my situation that I've been in probably 10 years ago, and I was able to help 1 or 2 girls, and it felt like I was accomplished. And to me, you can't get that anywhere else.
You know, sometimes you need to take time with yourself and your body and embrace being, like I said this last week, like being alone with yourself and being comfortable enough with yourself to know, well, you know what? It's not so bad, you know, sometimes, but it's not so bad, you know?
Because even after all the education we've had over all of the years, all of the TV advertisements, all of the billboards, all of the forums, all of the campaigns, you will not believe that there's still stigma, there's still discrimination in 2012. But that allows us to do things like we're doing tonight, to remind people that we can't judge anybody because we don't know. We don't know what their circumstances are. They don't know what our circumstances are.
When we were first asked to perform at the event, we found it was a really good cause and what's not. But after that, we managed to take a trip to the HIV food bank, and we realized the situation there, and we were like, these guys could really need some help. And we decided, you know, we're going to give back even some more at our event, Mahalia's Corner, 2 seasons in a row, and GIS came on board with that. And, you know, we managed to raise some funds, and we managed to give back to the food bank, and we had a whole pledge wall and stuff with their theme, Safe Sex Can Be Sexy. Is sexy? Yes. So yeah, we love to give back wherever possible, and we're looking to do that again in 2015 for a really good show. And we have a special surprise for everyone. There's a new artist that we're looking to unleash to the public at the next Love Poetry and Song, and he's really good.
I will be patient, kind, faithful and true to a man who loves music. A man who loves art, who respects the spirit world and thinks with his heart, thinks with his heart, yeah. I am ready to wait for love, for a love that transcends all loves, for the love of a man who will cherish all of me, just as the Father does. For to this deserving man, this kind, patient, faithful man, this man of integrity, I will give my mind, my body, and soul unconditionally. And in this, our love, we will have equality in its entirety. 'Cause I am ready for love, here with an offering of my voice, my eyes, my soul, my mind. Tell me what is enough to prove I am ready for love. 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 Are you ready?
He loved me. But the Sunday I get up with a real bad cold, and I coughing, and I trembling, and I getting hot flashes and cold sweats, and hot flashes and cold sweats, kind of like when I first met Tony, but this time I was sick. But faithfully to my bed, Tony bring all these red hibiscuses and I sitting down counting the petals because he would have made me sick, right? He was the man that I was married to. And he was the man that loved me for me. And faithfully, I get in all these red hibiscuses and I counting these petals. And once when he went out with those girls again, I went to the doctor and I found out that I had HIV. But how? But why? But how? But why? But yes, I had HIV. But he loves me. 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 He loves me, right? Tony loves me. And he wouldn't make me sick. He wouldn't make me sick because he loved me. But maybe I love these hibiscuses too much. And maybe I should have loved myself. Because all we've got is one life. So I decided that I had to be an advocate for women just like me. Because after all we've got is one life, it's one life, one love, one hope.
One love, one heart. We give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no truth. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. They're in no hiding place from the Father of creation. Believe me. One love, hear the children singing. One heart, yeah. Let's get together and feel alright. I'm pleading to mankind. One love, one heart. Yeah. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
And to see the amount of effort that people put into such a venture, as Ms. Whittaker would have said, with the stigma and discrimination that's going around, to have Hilton Barbados Resort on board as an international brand, I think is an extremely important step forward. So to know that this year we get to host it on February 14th, 2015. We get to host it at the beautiful Charles Fort, which we know is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and part of UNESCO Bridgetown, Barbados, and also has a very important aspect to our heritage and our culture. So to be able to pair that up with love, poetry, and song kind of is an even better event to look forward to, coming right after Illawarra Court being the venue from before. So without a doubt, we were very ready and capable and able to host such an event. I know it may seem like a smaller venue, but you'd be amazed the number of people we fit there. From Hilton Barbados Resort, we really do appreciate and thank you for allowing us to be involved this year. It is our pleasure, our great pleasure, and we hope this is just the beginning of our involvement with such a very important event. So join us on Saturday, February 14th, here at the historic Charles Fort, Hilton, Barbados, for another spectacular show with some new and returning artists, but all talented and united for this important cause. Remember, the fight is not over.